Hey guys. So as you can see, I am in a new place. I grew my hair out, but as you can see, I'm in a new kitchen. Okay. I look different. I moved from my apartment. As you like I'm showing you here, we're in a new space. So here's that. Um so my brother and I had to move. We're cleaning the pantry out, okay? But my brother and I had to move because we had to move to go with my mom because my dad passed away. So um it you know I'm like speechless. I don't even know what to say in this moment. It's just the way things change drastically. I guess what they say is true. Like when you make plans, God laughs at you or the universe laughs at you because when the crazy thing is when I updated my last when I uploaded my last vlog, I had this whole plan, everything. I had just my new intro. I was like, I had so many things planned. I was like, I'm gonna hit the ground running. I was so excited. I was finally like, ugh, it's so much. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do a chit chat video talking about this whole thing. And just putting makeup on or something, and we could just chat and catch up so you guys know what's going on. So this is the pantry. You guys see how full this is? Do you see how full this is? It looks a mess. So what I'm doing here is trying to take everything out, make sense of what's what. Anything that's actually right there, they're all new things, I believe, but because we have not had space to put everything away, it's been sitting on there. And the door was not closing. So the plan for me in this video, I was looking at this box that way because oatmeal is something my dad ate like almost every day for breakfast. Anyway, as you guys can see here, this is the floor of the pantry. The door was not closing. So what's happening, what I'm trying to do is take everything out that's on the floor that's in the way and then sweep. I was gonna mop and I thought about it. It wasn't time for me to do that yet. Later on in the video, you guys will see what I'm trying to go for, what I need the pantry to look like. But for today in this video, I'm just trying to clear it out and put everything back to where if we open the pantry, if we're looking for anything, we know where things are at. Because at this point, everything was just on the floor. We have so much plastic bags. We have some plastics that don't have lids. We have a whole nother drawer of plastics. I'm gonna get to that when I'm doing like a deep clean of the fridge. That's gonna be another video because that's a video in itself. Um, because I don't want to do a half-ass job. Every spot of the house I plan on cleaning, it's gonna be its own video. That's one. Two, I want to make sure I'm not half-ass cleaning anything. Like if I clean it, I'm giving it a deep clean. The reason why is because my mom and my mom, she's a nurse, so she works long hours at work. When she comes home, the last thing she needs to be doing, or that I would even expect her to be doing, is cleaning. No, she was not doing that. And my dad was older. Doing deep clean jobs was just not in the equation. They cleaned as they went along, so it was like surface level cleaning. Like if something spilled, they wiped it off. It wasn't like deep cleaning, and that's why this pantry got to be like that. And also because it was just the both of them in the house, right? And that's also another reason why, when I got that call that day, the same day my brother and I we came down and we just went back to took our things and then came back down. The first person I thought about was my mom. There's no way I was gonna leave my mom by herself in this big ass house with the love of her life that she just lost. It just didn't make any sense. Anyway, that's just a little snippet. But that's why this pantry was the way it was. It was just a bunch of stuff just thrown in here. And my mission is just to clear it out so we can have space. The aesthetic part is going to come later. It's just not going to be in this video. Okay? Okay. Now that I have the kitchen in shambles, everything is a mess everywhere.
Um, but as you can see, the pantry is semi-empty. Um, there's still stuff up there, but majority of the stuff we reach for all the time is always, look, I can finally enter. It's always here. So I'm at the point where I'm getting super, super tired. But all of these things that are in boxes, because now I have made way down here. Tomorrow, I'm going to continue. I'm still going to arrange stuff back in here, but tomorrow I'm going to continue and I'm going to take all of these things in boxes because it just does not need to be here if we're not going to use it. If we were going to use it, we would have been used it. All of the stuff I just moved out of here has been here for a really long time. So they don't need it. We don't need it. No time soon. So I'm going to take them to the garage. And the stuff here, I think that I'm going to tackle tomorrow. But for tonight, before I'm done with this, I'm going to put majority of the stuff back here neatly because these are things, the stuff that was here before, things that we used all the time. There was just like no space. But the floor is also dirty, so I'm going to sweep and steam mop in here. Actually, I'm just going to sweep it. And then tomorrow, since I won't put anything on the floor tonight, I'm just going to take all of this out. Then I'm going to steam mop it. So that's the plan. For me, this is what I'm looking like. I'm looking a little crazy. I have had my makeup on for about 13 hours now. But I'm just getting to the point where I'm excited to put stuff back. A lot of the stuff here, y'all, was a bunch of plastic, which is really annoying. Oh, you can this is better. My face is looking crazy. And I have not unpacked all of my makeup. So I think when I did my makeup today, my face is much redder than my chest and the rest of my body. And my makeup has now oxidized. It's been a while. I think I was just like putting stuff that I had out already on my face today. Even though when I was out all day, everybody was complimenting my makeup. Anyway, majority of probably what I'm trying to say now, I probably have said it already in a voiceover. So the next part you guys will see. Oh, yeah, it's time to take this off. I am sweating. It's just me. So this is step 1, is what I want to say. I'm so hot. I'm putting everything back that I know anything that's not going back in here, I'm leaving out because I'm tossing it. I'm just tossing it. That's just that. So everything that's already in a container or in the box and it's not expired, because I found some things. A lot of things, surprisingly, are not expired until like next year or by the end of this year. Or some in 2 years. Okay? Like the canned goods and stuff like that. So I was surprised because I was like, I'm sure this has been here for a while. But I'm going to put all of that stuff back in. Stuff that's in containers, I'm going to put back in. When I say containers, I mean food that's like in containers. So like our floured foods. So like our pounded yam kind of stuff, our fufu that's in flours, our gari that's in flours, that's cassava, by the way. All of those things, are cereal, everything, all the things that can go back in here is going to go back in here. So it's neat. We have space, all of that. And then everything that's in boxes and all of that stuff. I've already washed a lot of like the containers, a lot of the clear containers that things were in before. I've washed out a lot of those. They're still wet, so I'm gonna just put them back overnight or in the morning. And I'll make sure you guys see that once I'm done. But tonight I'm just putting the step 1 is me. Wow, okay. Not my camera doing its own thing. What was I trying to say? So that's what I'm doing now, just putting stuff back in that is going back in there. Everything else that's trash is I'm not gonna put trash back in there. That defeats the purpose of what I just did. So that's the plan for now. And then tomorrow, because I noticed lately I've been getting like more on the overwhelming side. I'm not someone that gets overwhelmed easily, but since all of this has happened, I just get like when I'm sad, when I feel me being like overwhelmed or getting emotional, I just go lay down or I take a nap. I just cannot, because half of the time I'm just like I just randomly cry out of nowhere. So this is me feeling better. I just don't want to then overwhelm myself. I know this is still also going to take me a couple of maybe like an hour and some change to put everything that needs to go back in here. And then, excuse me, and then hopefully, I don't think in this video, because there's still some containers I'm gonna need to buy to make sure everything looks seamless. Y'all know the vibes I'm going for. I'm gonna put it annotated somewhere on the screen, just so even if it's like in glassware, I want things to be clear so when we see it, we know exactly what it is. I'm still gonna label everything, but I need this pantry to be very functional. We go in there, it's like almost mess free, and if it's a mess, you clean it up. But it was just a bunch of junk, a bunch of plastic bag, a bunch of stuff that was just thrown around because it's the pantry. It was just thrown around, and if there's no space, it would be sitting on top of something because there's no space. So my first step that I'm worried about right now in this video is to clear out the junk that I already did and put everything back neatly. And then I'm going to make it look nice, be functional. The most important part is for it to be very functional. We can see everything as soon as we open it and we can finally close the door. There's nothing wrong with this door. It was just stuff everywhere in the way. And they were in closing, the door wasn't closing. So everything that needs to be put in the pantry will be put in there, and in another video, everything will be updates. Okay? This is about to be like a whole project that you guys will follow me on, because the next thing I want to tackle once I'm done with the pantry, maybe before I buy all the things I need to buy to make it look chef's kiss, will be the fridge and the drawer with all the plastic bowls and lids, because I don't have time. The fridge is dirty. I'm going to do the fridge and then the drawer with all the plastic bowls and all that stuff. And then I'm going to tackle the freezer another day, because I nope. I'm putting myself in a space where I'm not getting overwhelmed. So what I'm going to do is take out all of the shelving and stuff like that, soak it, and then do the drawers with the plastic, and then wash it and wipe it down and put it back and put the stuff back in the fridge. So that's going to be probably for the next, what am I trying to say? For the next cleaning video. We'll see. I think for the next couple of months, a lot of cleaning that I'm doing is going to be deep clean. There's our guest closet when you enter the house. I cannot wait to show you. A mess. It's so much stuff in there. We could barely see. It's so much stuff in there. Anyway, there's that, and I'm gonna show you guys downstairs in another video. 50% of my stuff is unpacked. Actually, everything is unpacked. Everything is just not where it needs to go yet. So certain things are like a lot of my filming gadgets. I'm only able to film on this because this is my vlogging camera. I've been using this since like 2018, 19, one of those. And it's the Osmo Pocket, the very first one. I still haven't gotten the third one yet because this still works amazingly. Anyway, everything is in the section where if I unboxed it, if I remove everything, that's where it's going to be. So my camera, all of my camera filming equipment, everything is where it needs to be. It's just not set up yet. So that's mostly what I'll be doing downstairs. And for downstairs, if this is not your first time like stumbling upon my channel, or you've been here a while, I've lived here before. Before I moved from the Bronx here, when my parents bought this house, the basement was like my own mini apartment. My room is down there. My bathroom is down there. The whole living room is massive. It's like living room / my filming studio. So when my parents bought this land to build this house, my mom kind of basically teased like, oh, you should move back in with us because, dad and I were buying a new house and we're building it from scratch. So, you should move in. And I jokingly said to her, if you give me like my own private apartment downstairs with my own door, sure. And they did that. So in like late 2018 or 19, one of those, I moved in with them as soon as a month in after they closed on the house and they moved in. That's when I moved from the Bronx here. And then 2021, y'all, I moved back to New York because I'm just a New York girl at heart. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I am a New Yorker, my core. Every time I leave New York and I move somewhere, and I'm just always gravitating back. So I don't, but I this time around, a lot of things, circumstances has changed, and I don't even feel sad because the first time when I moved from New York here, I was like, oof. And it didn't help that at the time I didn't know how to drive. Um so everything was frustrating. I was making less, I was spending way more because every time I needed to leave, if my dad wasn't home, my mom wasn't home, I had to Uber everywhere. Anyway, circumstances have changed. So I don't know, it's a different feeling, I think, because of what happened. I'm just like happy to be here and then, taking things a day at a time. But now I have this whole vision because I'm like, I'm gonna be here for a while, child. Because I have no plan unless somebody is marrying me. And even then, this is a big ass house. I just can't leave my mother alone. Anyway, I have like a vision to. I'm not renovating, just like giving the house what it needs. Zhuzh it up. I have so much that I want to do. I want to like make our guest bathroom really, really beautiful. I want to make our guest room, like, we had a lot of family over and guests over this past month and a half. Some of our family came from the UK. Some of our like family friends, they came from different states. So the guest room was really nice because my aunt and uncle told me, they were like, oh my God, this is really lovely. We really love our room. So I want to take that and up it up. Okay. So the next time we have guests come over, because we have a lot of rooms in the house, when they come over, I want them to feel like they're in a hotel. That's the vibe I'm going for. So when I do that room, I'm just giving you guys plans because I'm like, I did a voiceover and now it's just time to chit chat because I haven't like talked to camera. And earlier I was more emotional. Now I'm good. That's just how my days have been lately. I'll be somewhere randomly. It'll be a thug tear coming out. Okay. Anyway, what was I trying to say? I forgot what I was trying to say. Oh, yeah, the guest room. I'm just trying to tell you guys my plans for everything. My biggest, I think the most expensive plan I have in my head is this kitchen. Okay. Um, I don't like the colors of our cabinets. Is it showing? It's like standard. Like everything is a mess, but standard. And I want it to be brighter. Like I like the black countertop, but I want it to be brighter. I just Anyway, when I think I'll talk more about the kitchen when I'm doing the fridge, so you guys can, especially now, you could barely see the kitchen. I made a mess. It's a mess everywhere. Um, and it's pretty late night, so I make sure once my mom is up, I didn't I didn't create a mess because I don't know if I mentioned in the voiceover already. We are a family that cooks all the time, almost breakfast, lunch, and dinner in a kind of way. My mom doesn't really eat out; she barely does, unless we're like out and we like stop by, like, oh, let's get some fries, let's go to Chick-fil-A, stuff like that. But like she doesn't order out. Everything is cooking, cooking, cooking. Okay, from scratch. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm getting irritated with the makeup on my face. It's just been a while. And I didn't expect my makeup. I didn't do my makeup for this type of longevity. I thought when I came home, I was just going to take it off. So I'm going to go do that. And I'm going to take a 15-minute break. And then I'm going to put all of this away. At first, I thought I was going to feel overwhelmed because I know what's going back in the pantry. I don't. So next video, I will chat about the kitchen stuff, the plans I want. And the color palette that I want for the kitchen, the color palette that I want for our guest bathroom, and what the plans I have for our guest room. And obviously, I'm going to be deep cleaning the fridge. So that's my spiel. I think whatever else I do will either be music or more voiceover. And yeah, let's go to a clean pantry.
And as you can see here, the door closed, okay? Because I just opened it. So you guys can see it's not perfection, but I know where everything is. And we have space on the floor. I didn't know that I was going to put stuff on the floor, but for now, that's where it needs to go until I make space for them in the garage very neatly. Because when I take stuff out from here, I need to make sure it's going somewhere neatly. So some of the stuff that's in the pantry that we just saw now is going to go in these containers that I just washed. I was just waiting for them to dry. And honestly, that is it for step one of getting this pantry to look its best, to give it a facelift, and I'll see you later.